Out of all apps running in the background or all open apps on the iPhone 11, I have the iPhone 11 Pro Max here. Now, if you simply swipe up from the bottom, you'll get to the app switcher and you can go through and look at your apps that are open and running. All you need to do to close them out is just go ahead and swipe up until they're all gone. Then all you need to do is try and swipe up like that. Nothing comes up, then you've got them all cleared out. And it's as easy as going in and like opening an app up. Now if I swipe up again, you'll notice they're open again because I just opened them. So
feel threatened, maybe like someone's following you, you can call for help by taking out your phone, opening the phone app, dialing 911. But let's say you need to do it a lot quicker. Maybe you don't want them knowing that you're calling for help. Most people don't know that you can call 911 from an iPhone without touching the screen. You simply press the on-off button, the one on the right side of the phone, 5 times quickly. It's going to do 2 things: sound an alarm and call 911. Depending on which iPhone you have, you may be asked to drag a slider to make the SOS call. But with the new iPhones, the 8, 8 Plus, or X, it'll place the call automatically to the nearest 911 call center based on your phone's GPS. It will also share your phone's location. After calling 911, the phone will then send a text message to your emergency contacts. They'll see that you've called for help and your exact location. Now, you may want to set up your emergency contacts. You can do that in the Health app under Medical ID, Settings, Emergency SOS. You open the Health app and then tap Edit to add names and phone numbers from your contact list. Yeah, this is something you will probably never need, but it's still a good idea to get it set up on your phone for safety.
It's the new operating system for your iPhones. It's focused on privacy. One of the first things you're going to notice are what they call widgets. Basically, it's just another way for you to uh, personalize your phone. You can put a lot of things on the home screen and make it look the way you want it to do. Another thing you're going to notice right away is app library. It's where all your apps are going to go from now on. It'll be at the very last screen on your iPhone. We're going to talk about that a little bit more. Another thing you're going to notice, your phone calls are now going to just take up a little portion of your screen rather than the entire screen, so you can you don't have to get out of everything when it comes in. Picture in picture is something new. Messages have made a lot of changes. You can pin conversations to the top so they don't get lost. You can do mentions, which if you're in a group text, you won't get notified unless somebody mentions your name. So pretend you're paying attention to what's going on. You can also reply to specific messages within a thread of messages. Some new emojis. Maps have got a lot of changes. You're going to get directions for cycling. If you have an electronic vehicle app, the iPhone will automatically pick it up and give you charging stations along the way. And there are a lot of the guides that show you specific cities. So if you're traveling, The big thing that I really like is translation. Now, translation app, you don't have to have a separate app for it. It's built right into your operating system. It even works offline, so you can download a language, and if you don't have any internet connection, it'll still work. You can have conversations, or they can actually type out questions, and you can save those questions. For instance, where's the train station or something like that, and it'll save it for you, and all you have to do is tap it, and it'll pick it up. Siri has some new things on it. Supposedly it has over 20,000 more facts than just 3 years ago. The Home app has got some changes, so if you have a lot of devices that will connect to you can control from your iPhone, those things have changed. It'll also recognize people on if you have a Ring doorbell. Safari has some new changes. There's a translation app built into it, so if you're on a web page that comes up in Spanish, for instance, you can touch it, the address bar at the top, and it will automatically translate it. You're going to see a lot of things as far as privacy. It will warn you if the password you're using is not secure or if it's been hacked. It'll tell you all the sites that it's used on. We're going to talk about how to see that. Car keys and CarPlay. If you have a vehicle that supports it, you can actually have a key for your car in your phone and use it to unlock and start your car. You can share it with a friend. It will work even after your battery runs out. I've just used CarPlay on vacation. It's great. It really has a lot of improvements in it. AirPods. If you have Apple AirPods, they will actually allow you to switch back and forth from a device. So if you have it paired to your phone, you pick up your iPad, it'll automatically switch over to it. You don't have to unpair it, which is nice. It'll even pair to your Apple TV. App Clips is a new thing that they just came out with. For instance, if you go downtown to park, you have to have an app to pay for it. You scan a little code that's on there. It will download just enough of the app to allow you to pay for it, and then the app will disappear, so it doesn't take up any room on your phone. It's really fast loading. Privacy is one of the big things that they're working on this time. You're going to notice at the top of your phone, you're going to see a little right here. You're going to see an orange or green light if an app wants to use your microphone, for instance, your phone app, or green for your camera, and you can find out which apps are using them and whether you gave permission for them to use them. It also shares your approximate location with certain apps rather than a specific location for you. And of course, sign in with Apple. We talked about that. There's a lot more coming, a lot of things that have to do with the camera, really improve the camera as far as zooming and fast taking of pictures. Health has some new options on including sleep, and if it pairs with your Apple Watch, you can do your blood oxygen level. Notes has some new things. Weather. Apple bought an app called Dark Skies, and it now gives you really precise weather information. So there's a lot of really nice new things. It's compatible with basically everything from a 6S and newer. I'm going to show you how to do a check for afibrillation and see if your heart's in sinus rhythm on your Apple Watch. So you open up your apps, you go to ECG on your phone, and it'll tell you when it's ready to start taking it. You hold your finger on the crown for 30 seconds, and as you can see, it's checking my heartbeat. Basically a single lead ECG. And this will tell you at the end if your heart's in sinus rhythm and if you're having any AFib problems. I've checked it on people who actually have AFib, and it shows up right away when I've tried to do it. It's really quick. And when you get done, it'll tell you. It'll also send you a text. So you're in sinus rhythm, everything is fine. You also get a notification on your phone and ask you how you feel. Your Apple Watch is waterproof up to 100 feet, but don't try it because it may not work. But if you do go into water, you want to set the water drop to lock your watch. You swipe up from the bottom, and you're going to see a little water drop among the icons. You touch that water drop, give it a second, and you'll see the water drop appear at the top of your watch. When you come out of the water, your watch is locked. It won't do anything. It doesn't respond to anything. So you touch the digital crown, which is a round button on the side, and you start turning it either direction, and it will unlock. What it does is play a sound and clear the speakers out. Now your watch will work again. You can do things with it.